Right, thing is that day-to-day recording, right? All say notes, everything will be added here in the Graphy. You can able to log in with Graphy and you can download all your PPTs, materials, right? Everything you can able to download from Graphy, right? Anything you want to discuss with you want to discuss, you can discuss. In case you want to discuss with me, you have to send a query to Logical Lab. You have that mail ID, right? Support at logicallabtech.com. Here, you have to send a mail so that they will forward the mail to me so that I can so I can solve your problems or doubts, right? Doubt clarification will be done here. So as I told you, right? So these are these are the things like once again I tell you, right, this is a AWS certified solution architect, which is trained by me. The batch is going to be 218 the batch here, right? In case any support you want, you can write your mail to support at logicaltech.com. Right. So thing is that the course starts from 23rd today onwards, right? So every weekend we are going to have we are going to have a class here. It is going to be for 5 weeks, right? So I'm the trainer. So the fees is going to be 2499. So in case you want to pay fees, you can scan with your register. You can scan and you can pay a fees. Or in case you want to talk with anybody else in our support team, right? You can talk right by calling this number. You can talk with them. Got it? So this is what all the information about logical labs and your training, right? So now, please see, you can already the course content the WhatsApp chat link has been shared here in the webinar chat, right? You can go there. In case you want to have the course content also, you can have a course content here, right? There also link has been provided for you all, right? You can click on the link and you can get the course content also. So nearly about 15 modules are there, right? Nearly about 15 modules are there. So anyway, now I'll share this link now. Now, what are the things that we are going to cover that I'm going to cover? I'll tell you. What are the things that I'm going to cover? Yes. You're not able to hear? Is it you're able to hear my voice? Is it very clear? Right? Is it clear?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So it is for the course is for the beginners, right? So from zero, it is kind of like zero to hero, right? Anybody can join the course and they can learn the course here. So it's for everyone, right? So those who have no idea about the AWS also can join the course and they can get well versed in the course and they can get a good offers from the market. Right? Very well we can do it, right? So we are going to discuss about the course here, right? Any other doubts you have it? Part of the batch 105 to 10, he told me we cannot. Some batches which we will not be able to download. We have some. To those things, I do not know, provided if at all already you attended the course with Sunil or with Ankit or something, right? You have to speak with a backend team and you have to get back to you have to get the information only from the backend team. Okay, right. All these things you have to speak only with a backend team because I have no idea about this, right? So the thing is that we'll come to the course, right? Anything about the course you can ask me, right? So I'm not aware of all those stuff because since you are putting some other batch and now you are shifting your batch, that all you have to discuss only with your backend team, right? I cannot do nothing. I cannot answer for that. I have no answer for that, right? So the thing is that what all we are going to discuss. right? So here we are going to discuss about welcome to AWS Cloud Architecting. So in this session, we are going to discuss about course objectives and overview, right? So here it is going to be like case business case introduction. I'm going to take a scenario. I'm going to take a problem called case business, right? Having the case business, I'm going to discuss about the topics and the resources, what are resources available here, and what are the roles in the cloud computing that we'll discuss later, right? So so here in this session, right? So at the end of the module, what you understand is what is the objective, right? What is the identity of prerequisite and objective here? What is prerequisite? You are going to identify the course, prerequisite, and object, and you're going to recognize the key business cases, right? Indicate the roles in cloud architect. What are the roles of the cloud architect, right? All these things we'll discuss here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, so after you complete this course, you can take up your certification, right? So I'll give you some of the questions also, like yes, so that if you study that questions, right, you can clear the exam, right? So I'll try to help you. Got it? So, but first thing is that I'll tell you what is the solution. Actually, in AWS, we cannot give dumps. It is not possible. Only material is possible, right? So what you have to do is that you have to take practice tests from Udemy, right? Right. And then there is some 6 to 7 practice tests is there in Udemy. Udemy, right? You have to take that and you have to do practice tests. Apart from that, you have to study the white paper. Each and every topic, right? We have a white paper, right? You have to log in to the AWS help, right, or the documentation, and you have to study. Yeah, you have to prepare for the certification. Then only you can share a certification. Otherwise, just preparing with dumps will not work out here with AWS. It's not possible, right? So, see, this course content is meant only for completing your AWS Solution Architect certification. Got it? So we do train with many. Yes, yes, yes. So if you see, you're going to switch from software engineer to AWS Solution Architect, right? Right, very well. So we are going to discuss about all the resources here that would help you to switch yourself to go to get into Solution Architect, right? Very well, you can go ahead, right? So the thing is that you have to prepare your resume and you have to market yourself. Got it? With that, you can very well you can able to do it, right? So there is a lot of openings in the market. Very well, you can join, right? You can. So with the software development, you can easily move to solution as an architect, right? AWS architect, right? So thing is that here. So now see, we are going to go with the section 1, course objective and overview, right? So what is the prerequisite, right? What is the prerequisite for doing your solution architect? What is the prerequisite? Right. So the thing is that you should have passed your AWS cloud foundation, right? Yes, yes, yes. Business cases or use cases will be discussed in this training. But whatever timing it is possible, I'll discuss. Because the course is only for 5 weeks. I have to complete all the modules, right? How much is possible, I'll discuss. We'll do it, right? Because it's 2 hours, only 2 to 4 hours in a week, right? So how much maximum is possible, I'll do it. Got it? So so remaining things you have to do it whenever you're free. Then whenever I'll give the materials, so can you do it, right? So already the business use cases, everything will be part of these slides here. Got it? See now, see what is the prerequisite? The prerequisite is that you have to pass the provided if you pass the AWS certification, then it'll be valid good. Right? If not, also no problem, right? At least yeah, obviously you can survey with AWS admin. Why not? Right? Most of my friends are also working in AWS admin as an admin head. They are working only with cloud practitioner itself. Why not? You can do it. Very well, you can do it. Right? So, thing is that the prerequisite for the certification is yeah, welcome, Cham. Right? So the prerequisite for this certificate, like for this course, is like you should have completed your cloud practitioner certification, or at least you should have completed your cloud practitioner essential course, right? Or you should have completed your AWS technical essential course here. Right. Addition to that, right? Additionally, it is assumed that so we'll assume that you have general IT knowledge. If you have general IT knowledge, more than sufficient, right? So actually, the mainly the course is for like those people who are working as a support engineer or like IT engineers, like and then for guys who are working for like what is it like? How do we say like they are working for backend team, like backend work they are doing, right? So like IT managers, right? All the stuff they can able to. So for them, it will be very useful, right? And after completing this course, yeah. Yeah, I'll do it, right? One by one, I'll come back. So like, no, it is not necessary. You can directly take your solution architect certificate exam. It is not necessary, but if you have prerequisite, it's well and good, right? If you have prerequisite, you can do well and good here. Got it? So after completing this course, right, make sure that is you make architecture design based on AWS architecture principles. So you will come to know the architecture principles and best practices here. Then you will come to know you're going to use AWS services to make your infrastructure scalable, reliable, and highly available. Right? You're going to use all the infrastructure here, AWS infrastructure. It's going to be scalable, reliable, and highly available. Right? And you're going to use AWS managed service. Right? So there is a difference between managed service and unmanaged service. For unmanaged service, you're going to take care of everything. For managed service, AWS is going to take care of everything. Right? So we're going to discuss about the managed service here to enable the greater flexibility, resiliency in the infrastructure, and indicate how to increase the performance efficiency and to reduce the cost of the infrastructure. Right? How to increase the performance, how to increase the efficiency, and how to reduce the cost of the infrastructure. How much you use it has to when it is being built, right? The thing is that it has to reduce the cost, right? And also we're going to discuss about well architecture framework to improve your architecture, right? Needs, right? So these are things we're going to do. So what is the course outline? These are the course outline, right? To start with, we go with the AWS Academy Cloud Architecting, right? So in this, every module, at least all the modules, will have 5 to 6 sections here. We'll go with use cases also. Got it? So then in the module 1, we go with welcome to AWS Academy Cloud Architecting, and module 2, we'll come to know introduction to cloud architecting. What is cloud architecting? Right? And we'll discuss about the pillars, right? 5 pillars are there. Right? We'll discuss about the 5 pillars, right? And best practices, all those stuff we'll discuss here in introducing the cloud architecting. And third module, we are going to discuss about adding a storage layer. I want to add the storage layer, S3 bucket, right? So how to configure S3 bucket, how to add your storage layer. About that, we're going to discuss about the S3 bucket here, right? And the fourth module, we're going to discuss about adding a compute layer, right? Adding like EC2 instance and all those stuff, right? So how to configure, how to add your compute layer. So we have different resources, compute resources, like Lambda services, EC2 instance, right? EFS, EBS, and so on. We have so many, right? We are going to discuss about all the stuff here in the compute layer. Then adding database layer, right? Here we have 2 types of databases. We have it. One is going to be traditional database. The other one is called NoSQL, right? Non-traditional database. We're going to discuss about the non-traditional database here, adding a database layer here, right? We're going to mainly we're going to discuss about Redshift, Aurora DB, right? Dynamo DB, all those things we're going to discuss here. And I will add all the exercises in your graphic, right? Whenever I complete a module, here the module contains 2 exercises, 2 labs. One is guided lab, the other one is challenging lab. Both the labs I will upload it in the graphic. You have to download it and try to do it, right? So we have 2 labs, maximum nearly we have about nearly 30 labs are there, right? So for each and every module, right? For storage layer, we have 2 labs. One is guided lab, the other one is called challenging lab. So these two labs you're going to do it, right? And for compute layer also we have guided lab and challenging lab. For database layer also we have challenging lab and guided lab. Got it? And coming to network and how to create a network environment. Right? We're going to create a network environment that we are going to discuss here into a network environment. Then module 7, we're going to discuss about how to connect with the network environment. How we are going to connect with the network environment, right? Regarding that, and we are going to use some of the tools here, resources here, and then we try to connect with your network environment. How do you going to connect with the network environment? What are the resources you're going to use it, right? So like direct connect or by using VPN, right? All the stuff you're going to discuss here, right? And the 8th module, how do you secure your application access, right? Like IAM user, in depth, you're going to discuss about IAM user and all those details and other some of the security resources here, like NACL, right? So security groups, all those stuff you're going to discuss here. Then implementing the elasticity, high availability and monitoring. So that we are going to discuss here. Then module 10, we're going to discuss about automating your architecture. So then we're going to module 11, we're going to discuss about caching content. How you're going to cache the content here. So based on that, we're going to discuss. And apart from that, we're going to discuss about building a building decoupled architecture, right? And what are the microservices available here? Serverless server architectures like Lambda services, all the stuff we're going to discuss here. And module 14, we're going to discuss about planning for disaster recovery, right? So how do you plan for disaster recovery? And for 15th module, finally, bridging up your certification, right? How you could take up your certificate, how to complete your certification. So regarding this, we are going to discuss, right? But if you have some prerequisite, it will be well and good so that you can go in depth, right? That is what. So these are the modules that we are going to cover. So in the module 1, right? Module 1 is nothing but general. In module 2, what all I'm going to cover? As I already told you, module 1, right? Module 2. So we are going to discuss about what is cloud architecting, right? And we are going to discuss about Amazon Web Service Well Architecture Framework, right? Then we are going to discuss best practices and global infrastructure, right? No. I'll tell you later. Yeah, right. Microservice, yeah, I'll tell you later. Yeah, we will use programming, microservice, yeah. I'll tell you later, not now. Right? So then these are the things that we are going to cover here. And in module 3, right, elaborately we are going to discuss about Amazon S3, how to store your data with respect to Amazon S3. Okay, right. The storing your data in the Amazon S3, moving the data from one Amazon S3 to another Amazon S3, and choosing a region for your architecture. All these things we are going to discuss. And module 4, the architecture. Each and every module will have architecture need, right? And then adding the compute services. How you're going to create a compute service? You require an AMI, right? What is that AMI, right? We're going to discuss about AMI here. How to launch your AMI, right? Launch an Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud EC2 instance here, and what kind of EC2 instance type, like TT micro, large, extra large. We have different types, right? We're going to discuss about all the stuff right here. Then how do you going to use your data to configure Amazon EC2 instance? So once you configure, you have to use user data and you have to test it, right? So regarding that, we are going to discuss adding the storage to the Amazon EC2 instance, Amazon EC2 pricing, Amazon EC2 consolidation. So all these things will be discussed in this module 4, right? So then in module 5, right? Module 5, again, architectural need and database layer, right? As I already told you, in this, right, we are going to discuss about relational database services, right? Amazon RDS, and these two will be covered here, right? Elaborately, we're going to cover about RDS and DynamoDB. These two things we're going to cover. Then we're going to discuss about database security control and how to migrate from one database to another database. So all these things will be covered here in the module 5, right? Whereas coming to module 6, right? So we are going to cover architectural need, creating an AWS networking environment. So how do we create a network environment, right? Connecting your AWS network environment to the internet. How do you connect with the internet? It is not acts. It is not necessary that they can directly go with the solution. If you know, it's well and good. It's not a problem. If you know, it's well and good. It's not a problem. It's not necessary that if you have a prerequisite knowledge, it's well and good. That's not a problem at all. Right? So then, so we're going to discuss about networking environment, how to create a networking environment, right? How do you connect with your networking environment, right? So we require an internet gateway. So we're going to discuss about internet gateway, right? So here and how do we connect? Like what is subnet, VPC, all those stuff we're going to discuss, right? How do we connect with subnet, right? Public subnet, private subnet, all those things we will discuss. How do you secure your AWS networking environment? That we are going to discuss, right? So in module 7, right? So like module 7, we are going to discuss about, as I told you, right? We are going to discuss about different types of VPN here. We are going to discuss about site-to-site VPN, right? And we're going to discuss about AWS Direct Connect. We're going to discuss about AWS peer, VPC peering, right? Then we're going to discuss about transit gateway and how to connect your VPC to support AWS services. We're going to discuss about all these things in the module 7, right? And in the module 8, so we're going to discuss about architectural need, the account users and AWS identity access management, right? So then organizing, how to organize the user, how to federate the user, how to create multiple accounts, right? We have a root account. First, we're going to create a root account. After creating a root account, then we're going to create a users there, IAM users here. I'm going to use the IAM user here. We are regarding this, we're going to elaborately, we're going to discuss about this in the module 8, right? Module 9, implementing availability and monitoring. We're going to use monitoring tool like CloudWatch, right? So other tools that we are going to discuss here. How to scale your computer resources here, how to scale your databases, designing an environment that is highly available. We're going to design an environment which is going to be highly available for 24/7, and we're going to discuss about some of the monitoring tools here. Got it? And in the module 10, right? In the module 10, we're going to discuss about architectural neutral, right? Right, we are going to discuss about what is the reason to automate, right? And then we are going to discuss about automating your infrastructure, automating your deployment, and we are going to discuss about elastic beanstalk, right? Elastic, you know very well what is elastic beanstalk, right? Maintaining your service, right? Like web service, right? All those stuff, right? Web application, to develop your web application. Okay, we're going to maintain. We're going to use elastic beanstalk here, right? We're going to discuss about that, right? Then the caching environment, right? Architectural need, overview of caching, right? And edge catching the web section, catching your databases. Regarding this, we are going to discuss. Then module 12, right? Building decoupled resources here, right? We're going to discuss about that, decoupling your architecture, decoupling your Amazon Simple Queue, the notification service, simple notification service, right? And then sending messages between cloud application and on-premises with Amazon, message queuing, right? We're going to discuss about all this stuff, right? And for 13th module, so like we're going to discuss about microservices, building microservice application with AWS container service, introducing serverless architecture, building serverless architecture with AWS Lambda. Somebody was asking about programming, right? Here we can write any program. We can write Python programming also. We're going to use architecture AWS Lambda, right? Any programming we can write here, we can do with that, right? And extending serverless architecture with Amazon API Gateway. By default, we can go with Python programming, or else we can go with .NET, Java, anything we can go with, right? So we can extend the serverless architecture with Amazon API Gateway, then orchestrate microservices with AWS Step Functions. All these things we are going to discuss, right? And we are finally for planning for disaster, right? So disaster planning strategies and disaster recovery patterns. This we are going to cover, right? All these things we are going to cover. And what is the certification exam resource, additional resource? I'll give you some information how to clear a certification in the first attempt. How to clear a certification in the first attempt, right? So we'll discuss about all these things. These are things among this 5 weeks we are going to cover all these things, right? All these from the next week I'm going to cover all these things here. Got it? Right? Within 5 weeks I have to cover all this. Got it? So have you understood? Right? So then before getting into session, right? So I want to tell you some of the things, right? But now being things that you want to get into AWS, right? About the total course hour, the course hour has 15 modules. will be completed in 20 hours. Yes, yes, yes. So that's what the time has been given to me, right? So like 5 weeks I have to complete. Yes. So, I have to complete within the 5 weeks. Yes, that is the time frame which has been given to me. Right. So we have enough things that you have to cover. So don't worry. I'm here. I will help you out, right? And then if you have any doubts, you can send the mail to. You can send a notification mail to Logical Lab, and then so yeah. We are going to cover scalability, auto scaling, everything. All yeah. Yes, we are going to cover everything. I showed you everything, right? What all cover? What all I'm going to cover? I showed you, right? So thing is that I'll explain certain things and directly go to lab and show some demos, so that with that you can do your practice, right? You can come to know. There itself I'll tell you what is what all those stuff, right? That we can do, right? Finally, we can cover. I hope that I can cover it, right? Otherwise, we'll take some extra. I'll request our team, and then I'll. That is not the case. Then we'll see something else, right? So don't worry. Got it. So before getting into like AWS, right? In case you want to compare, right? I want to compare. Like we have lot of cloud tools are available, cloud service providers are available. I want to compare now, right? How do I compare? There is something called cloud, like Google Trends, right? There's something called Google Trends. Now, what I'll do now, I'll show you comparison. So, in a market, which is the best one? First of all, you should know which is the best one right, in the market. Either so AWS is the best one, or like Azure is going to be best one, or Google Cloud is the best one, right? Which one? There is a lot of tools, a lot of infrastructure, like so many service providers are there, like Salesforce, like Pega, right? So many are there. Got it? So thing is that like I want to compare it. How will I compare? So for comparing, now what I'll do now, I'll go to my browser now. I'll go to my browser. I'll go to my Google Chrome, right? So like let me go to Google, google.com. So I'll type Google Trends. So why do you join this AWS course? Because it's very hard cake in the market, but you want to know, you should know the proof, right? Why do you get into this, right? So thing is that you see, you can have a Google Trend here. I'll click on Google Trend. And now you can explore, right? Searching here. Now, for example, I'll type AWS here, right? Press enter. Type AWS here and press enter. Got it? So then after this, you're going to compare with Azure, right? After this, you're going to compare with GC, right? The Google Cloud, right? So like, even I can type like Google Cloud here. So let me compare with this. Now see here. So you can see the what is that graph here, which is going to be highest, right? AWS is going to be the highest. So like the second one is going to be Azure, the third one is going to be Global Cloud. Right, in the market now, so you can see the graph. By seeing the graph, you can understand, right, how best is that AWS is there in the market. It is not that because I'm teaching AWS, I'm telling here, right? I'm showing the proof here, right? What if you learn AWS, you get a lot of openings because it's an infrastructure, falls under infrastructure as service, right? A lot of openings are there, right? You can able to like once you complete your course here, right? So that with that, what you can easily get a job. But provided thing is that you have to complete a certificate. You have to complete a certification. Once you complete a certification, having that you can get a job. You can market yourself and you can get a job here. Got it? So this is the proof that I'm providing here, right? In case you want to compare any other thing also, and go to Google Trends and compare it. Right? I can see the proof here. Got it? Similar way now, thing is that I just want to create an account. First thing is that do you all have an account? Do you all have an account? Do you all have an account? AWS account? Do you all have an AWS account?
No.
No. Fine. We'll have it now. Now let me start doing with AWS account, then we'll continue, right? The courses here. Okay, fine. We'll do it now. Okay. Now what we have to do is that only one has Nikita has an account, right? Others they don't have an account. Okay. So I'll type AWS free tier. There's something called AWS free tier, right? Now see here, free cloud computing service Amazon AWS free tier. I'll click on this, right? So it'll take you to this page, land up to this page here. It's called AWS free tier, right? We'll call this AWS free tier, but here you're going to create an account, right? So which first what you're going to do is that you're going to create a root account, right? So like an administrator, right? So once you create a root account, having the root account username and password, you're going to create IAM user, right? With the help of IAM user only, you're going to connect with your Amazon, right? And you're going to connect with your resources, right? So the thing is that first we have to create an account. Let me come back later, like little bit. Now see here, like the types of offers. What are the offers here? Right. So more than 100 AWS products are available for free tier today. Freely 100 AWS products, but here maximum, I think more than 200 products are there, but some of them are paid one, right? But some of them are available for free, right? Those free resources we can use it here, right? So like it says more than 100 AWS products are available on AWS free tier today. So 3 different types of free offers available depending on the product use, right? Click on the icon below to explore your offers. Now you can see here, right? You can explore here what are the products and categories are available, like compute services, database services, storage services, content services, web mobile application, serverless, right? Machine learning, all those stuff for like of all these resources are available. Out of which in this compute, some of the resources, some of the services are provided free, right? Similarly, database service, when you go to database services, some of the services are provided free, right? Likewise, in the storage, some of the services are free. Container services, some of the services are free. Applications, some of the services are free, right? Serverless application, right? Serverless services are resources. Some of them are free, like machine learning is free. Now, say for example, see here, TR type, right? If future 12 months free, always free, right? 12 months free, always free, and trials, everything is there, right? Now, let me see, I'll enable this 12 months free. It is going to show which are 12 months free, right? So, like 12 months free, now 1 year. Amazon EC2 is free here. Whereas in storage, right, S3 is free for up to 5 GB, right? Amazon RDS, right, database. So like for 12 months, it is 750 hours, it is free, right? You can make use of it. For analytical services, right, in that you have open search, right? For Amazon API gateway, you have 1 million, right? So 12 months, it is free, right? And Amazon comprehend, right, 50K. So for 12 months, it is free. Likewise, you can see for a customer engagement for storage, Amazon Elastic File Service will be available for 5 GB, up to 5 GB. Elastic Block Storage, EBS, right? And storage, again storage, is also free for 12 months, right? So likewise, we have different page nation here, right? Again, the compute, right? Media services, databases. You can go ahead whenever you're free, you can go through this, all these things, you can come to know. When it comes to database, see here, product category. The product category is provided here. Got it? When it comes to database, when it comes to compute, only compute. It's going to show only compute, right? Or you want to see only database, right? Only database will be shown here, right? So likewise, we have different options here. And so, right, you can select so that you'll get the different options, right? What are the free resources available? You will get the information here. You'll get the free resources information, you'll come to know. So with this course, when you do this course, you can use all the resources and you can do your lab, right? With the help of free tier, right? With the help of free resources, you can able to do it. Got it? Got it? So now let me come back here. Look, you can see free tier categories, right? How to create an account. Now I want to create an account here. So now, so how to create an account, activate a new AWS account. Now see here, single, right? Sign up with your email address. Open Amazon Web Service homepage. create a AWS account, right? And then see if you sign in with AWS recently, choose sign in to the console, right? If create a new AWS account, is not visible. First choose sign in on a different account, and then choose create a new AWS account here. So I told you like root user is there, right? First we have to create I'll tell you why the root user is available, right? So in case I want to create multiple organization, I want to create, right? Or I want to send some email notification. For such case, or I want to edit my users details. That case, I require root user, right? Even in your laptop, what you do, right? Anything when you want to install, you have to become. You should have an administrator access. If you have an administrator access, you will be allowed to install your application. Otherwise, you want, right? Similar way here, right? You require a root user email address. You enter the email address, right? And then you can enter your account name and choose your verify email address, all the stuff, right? So then your root user will be created here, right? Your root user will be created. Having this, you have to verify your email address, create your password, right? Personal and business information, all those stuff you're going to give, right? But here we're going to ask you the payment method. It'll ask you your debit card or credit card, right? It's going to take ₹2, right? Then you'll try to deduct ₹2 and it'll be returned back to you, right? But it'll be available for 1 year. You will not touch anything. After 1 year, right? The moment when it's going to get over, if 1 year is going to get over, then you have to delete that account. You have to delete the account. Otherwise, what they will do, they'll try to deduct some money based on the resources you have used. They'll try to deduct your amount, right? So now, if you're going to create a root user, what you have to do is that thing is that after year, next year, by this September, right? You have to delete. August itself, you have to delete it. Got it? You're going to give CVV account details and everything, right? And then you're going to create an account. Got it? You're going to enter CAPTCHA, all this stuff. Anyway, we'll do that now. We'll go back and do that. See here, I'll come back here. Yeah. Yeah, we can use it. If you know the root user and password, you can use it. No problem. Yeah, you can use it. If you already have this account, if you know the root username and password, you can very well use it. No problem. Others, you can create it here. Right now, just click on create. It's an easy way here, right, to create a free tier account here. Click on free account. Right, click on free account. Right now, you're going to sign up with the free account here. Right, sign up with the free account. Right, root user email. Right, root user email and account name. Right, all the stuff you're going to enter. Right, then or if you already have an existing account, you can use it. Right, I already have my existing account. Already have my existing. Now see here, when I click on existing account, it is asking root username here. Right, I'm going to enter my root username. Now click on next. Now what is the password? It's asking me the password here. Right. Is that like if it is an old account, they might charge, provided if you use any resources, check it. That is the case, delete it. Then it is better you leave that and create a new account, right? And now what you do, I'll just give you right of 5 minutes time, try to create an account, all of you. Right? Try to create an account, all of you. So today's task, let's just start with today's task. Just create an account now, all of you. I'll give you 5 minutes time. You all have your laptop, right? You're connected with your laptop, right? Everybody? Even on this mobile also no problem. You can do it. It's up to you. You can give your personal mail ID or any mail ID you can give. Any name or any user email ID. I given my email ID, personal email ID. Anything you can provide. Debit or credit card, anything. 1 year free account. Yeah, correct. Like personal business, you can give up to you. If it is not required field, you leave it. So you all finished creating it? Any doubts in creating? Please let me know once you complete it, right? All of you can say like completed. Once you're completed your please type completed the chat. Yeah, you can give, but you better can give debit card, right? Is it asking for credit card? Anything you can give, it's up to you. But you give the debit card that case. If it is very particularly asking for credit card, you give a credit card detail. Yes, yes, yes. They will take only 2 rupees. You will get it. You get a notification, right? You have to log in and you have to check it. That's it. So that is the case. If any amount is detected, you can see that in your bill, right? But free trial will be there only for 1 year, right? 1 year. So that will be automatically be exhausted, right? You will not be able to connect. So it is being told that you can use only for 1 year. Then next year, what you do, you create another new free tier with some other mail ID. Anyway, you'll get a notification, mail notification, that your free tier is getting over. It takes such a long time to complete this. Only 2 are completed. What about others? Really, others are doing or like you're trying it or like 1, 2, 3. What about others? Okay, you're done. Okay. What about others? Okay. Fine, fine. Okay. So everybody has done it, right? Okay. All 15 members have done it, right? Okay, fine. Let me start with cloud computing now. Okay, yeah, it'll be, yeah. All these sessions will be recorded. So this is recording only. It'll be recorded, it'll be shared, right? So now we're going to discuss about cloud concepts, right? The cloud computing all about. So in this topic, we're going to discuss about introduction to cloud computing, and we're going to discuss about advantage of cloud computing, introduction to Amazon Web Services, and then we're going to discuss about Amazon Cloud Adoption Framework, CAF. Right? These are basic things that we have to know before getting into cloud architecting. Right? Some of the basic things we have to understand, then we'll get into cloud architecting. Right? So, like in this demo session, we'll discuss all these things. Then once the demo session is over, then I'll start with our AWS cloud architecting. Got it? So once you complete this module, right? So you will come to know the different types of cloud computing model. Then you will describe the 6 advantages of cloud computing. What are the advantages of cloud computing here? And you might categorize what are the AWS services are available. So categories of AWS services you can see here. And we're going to review about the AWS cloud adoption framework. Right. First of all, when you get inside this, right, we're going to discuss introduction to cloud computing. Right. So like we should know what is cloud. You know very well cloud, right? Cloud means like we have we tend to connect with all infrastructure virtually, right? Nothing you're not going to use like what we require is that we require internet and the laptop. That is the thing, right? You're going to have a cloud. What is the registration? You're going to have a cloud login, tend to connect with the cloud, and you're going to connect with the resources. But here, there is no use of using pen drives, right? Storing your data, storing your application in the local laptop or local machines, right? Everything will be in the centralized. Everything will be available centralized here, right? So it is going to be cloud, right? 24/7 it's available, right? From anywhere, any place, any cost, right? You can able to log in, you can connect with any resources here. Got it? So now we'll see the definition for cloud computing. What is cloud computing all about? It's an on-demand delivery of computer power, database, storage, application, and other IT resources via internet. Right? We are going to connect. It is an on-demand delivery. On demand is available on the on demand. Your compute power, your database, your storage, your application, everything will be available on the demand here. And other IT resources are also available on the internet, right? You're going to pay as you go pricing, right? You're going to pay as you wish. Now, hope I think you would have known about. There is like there is a website called what do we call like Amazon. We have a different website like they sell all the products and they give for renting also, right? They give for renting. Got it? So the thing is that we go to that website and in case you want to have it for rent, you can rent your household article, household things. You can rent. You can take it for rent, and you can use it for some purpose, right? It is called pepperfry.com. Have you heard about pepperfry.com? Right? If you heard about pepperfry.com, please answer yes here in the chat box. Right? Have you seen pepperfry.com? Have you seen the website called pepperfry.com? Please yes, right? If you heard about this, please you can answer yes here in the chat box. Right, everybody. So if you've gone to pepperfry.com, you can come to know, like in case you're going to have your small, you're taking a house for a rent or something, right? For a temporary basis. In that case, you don't want to bring all your resources, right, at your house. Instead of this, what you're going to do, you're going to rent it for some purpose, right? How much now? Say, for example, you're going to use only for 6 months, right? You're going to rent a AC, you're going to rent a bureau, right? Such cases, right? You're going to rent it for only for 6 months. After 6 months, it will be taken out, right? Only for 6 months, the billing will be done here. Similar way here also in the cloud computing, or it is going to be an on-demand services, which contains compute power, databases, storage, application, other IT resources will be done with the internet here. So you're going to pay accordingly. Got it? So now coming to infrastructure as a software. Now here, AWS is providing infrastructure as a software. You think everything as a software here, right? Your Ethernet card, your hub, your switch, right? Your rack, right? Your server, everything you're going to think as a software here, right? No hardware. Everything is going to be virtual, right? So AWS is providing infrastructure as a service. So those infrastructure will be in the form of a software. So no hardware itself, right? Now, say for example, you have a data center, right? If you have a data center, you have a rack, you have a servers, you have a clusters of servers. The clusters of servers will be interconnected. You'll be connected with the network. You'll be connected with the switch, right? A hub, and so on. You'll be connected with so many things, right? Security appliances, everything, right? Everything is going to be in the form of a software here, right? The cloud computing enables you to stop thinking of your infrastructure as a hardware. And instead, you're going to think as a software here. You're going to think as a software, right? So this is a traditional computing model, right? Infrastructure as a hardware, right? So to think for in case you're going to create a new data center, now what is required? The space is required, the staff is required, physical security is required, planning is required, right? Capital expenditure, you have to spend a huge amount. Capital expenditure is required, right? Have a long hardware procurement cycle, require you to provision the capacity. So like just guessing, you want to create all, you have to, based on that, you have to think it, and just by guessing, you have to do it, you have to invest, right? All these things, it matters, right? in the traditional computing. If you want to organize a data center, you have to think over all these things, right? But whereas coming to cloud computer model, it is not required. All those things is not required, right? So being a software solution, it's going to be flexible. You can change it anytime you want. You can change it. Now one server is going off, right? So basically you won't have a fault tolerance. If any problem comes, you can recreate it or you can remove it quickly. I can able to effectively and quickly. I can able to easily, cost effectively. I can able to do it. Right? Eliminate the undifferentiated heavy lifting task. Here you are not going to lift anything, right? Like hardware engineers, like what they do lift all the servers, everything. But here, no need to lift anything, right? Everything is going in the form of software. Everything is going in the form of a software here, right? So now coming to cloud service model. Here we have 3 cloud service models are there, right? Here we have 3 cloud service models. One is going to be ease, as, PaaS, and then SaaS. Ease, as, PaaS, and SaaS. What is ease, as? It is called infrastructure as a service. What is PaaS? It is called platform as a service. And SaaS is going to be software as a service. But coming here, now see, so they've given in this model, and actually when it comes to cloud service model, it goes with software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, right? But because AWS is dealing with infrastructure as a service, that's why it is being given first. Got it? So it goes with these as like infrastructure as a service. And more control over the IT resources here, right? It has less control over the software, more control over the IT resources. But you can see AWS is connected with Salesforce, right? Whatever LMS they have created, it is being done only in the platform of the Salesforce here. And when you try to log off, right, you can see the Salesforce logo will come there, right? So they are taking internally they are linked, right? So, but mainly AWS is concentrating only on software as a service, sorry, infrastructure as a service, right? They deal with more IT resources here, right? Whereas coming to Salesforce, they deal with software as a service. Whereas like Google, right? Other companies, they try to like AT&T laboratories, right? All the things like they are into platform as a service. Got it? Google, right? All the stuff they are into, so even Salesforce also into the platform as a service, right? Now coming to cloud deployment models, right? Here we have different types of cloud here, right? One is going to be cloud, the other one is called hybrid, the other one is called on-premise. Cloud, you know very well, right? A cloud is meant for connecting all the IT resources on the cloud, right? Provided you require an internet, right? You're going to connect everything. Hybrid, half the way cloud, half the way on the on-premises. That is called hybrid. On-premises totally private. It is a private cloud. Totally it is a private sector. Totally it is going to be private sector. Got it? Yeah, I'll do give it. Wait, please wait. I'm going to give it. So I'll give an example for platform as a service. Right? So these are all the different models are available here, like cloud, hybrid, on-premises. Right? So now see the similarities between AWS and traditional. Right? So now on the traditionally, what are the services that we are using? What are the infrastructure? What are the tools that we are using? What is the related tool available in AWS? Right. So thing is that so in the traditional model, like we have a firewall, right? We have ACLs, administrator, right? So what is the relevant equivalent required here in AWS? What is there in AWS? So firewall, we have security group for access control list. This is called ACL, is called access control list. Here for this we have network access control list. Here we call it IAM. Here we call it administrator. But here in AWS we call it IAM, identity access management. Right? Whereas coming here the router, network pipeline switches. So here for router we use a load balancing. For pipeline switch we are going to use a VPC, virtual private cloud. Right? But here we're going to call on-premises server. Here we're going to use AMI and we're going to use EC2 instance. Right? Amazon machine image. AMI is called as Amazon machine image. Got it? Which is relevant for compute, right? Whereas coming to database application, there is SAN service, NA service, RTP file. And for this relevant, what is it? Storage services. We have elastic VM, like EFS, elastic file storage, right? Like Amazon S3, then our relation database, right? So likewise, we have EBS also here, right? So these are the related services available, right? So like related services are available, right? So like the traditional now, don't think as a hardware here. Now these are all hardware for the requirement for the required hardware. We have all the hardware in the form of software here with AWS, right? So we have AWS in the AWS. We have a software. Everything is going to be in the form of software. Somebody was asking about what is the example for PaaS, platform as a service. Now Google is providing a platform, right? Right. Google is providing a platform, right? Using a platform, we tend to develop many applications in Google, right? Even Java is providing a platform, right? Using a Java, we are developing a lot of applications, right? So likewise, we have a lot of platform here, right? We use platform as a service, and we tend to connect right with the platform. Mainly, the platform is provided for the developers, right? But developers will tend to connect with the particular platform, right? And then they try to develop the application, right? Even Salesforce is also providing a platform, right? Like developer console, or we are going to use Visual Studio, right? Using that, we are going to develop the application here. For this, we go for a platform as a service. Got it? Software as a service is nothing but the software. Liquid software is required. Now, for example, you want to set up your system with a particular software. You don't have any software now, right? You want to use software as a service, right? So from the net, right, from the cloud, I can get latest software, whatever is required. Then I can download it and I can use it, right, in our system, right? But you're going to pay for something, right? How long you're going to use it? For that, you're going to pay for it, right? Whereas coming to cloud models, we have infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Infrastructure, good example for infrastructure as a service is going to be AWS, right? Platform as a service, right? Salesforce is a platform as a service. Google is providing a platform. Using that, we are doing a lot many things here, right? Your email is another platform, right? Google Mail, Google Classwork, right? Google Earth, right? So many tools they are providing on the cloud. You are making use of it, right? So that they are providing a platform here. Good example for platform as a service. Software as a service, they provide a lot of software, either Google, Salesforce, right? Or Zoho. They are all, even Zoho is providing a platform for cloud. Right. Likewise, we have different platform services, software as a service, infrastructure as a service. Then I discussed about the cloud computing model, right? Cloud computing deployment model, right? You know very well about cloud hybrid and then on-premise. Just now I told you, hybrid is going to be partially cloud, partially on-premises, right? On-premises is going to be private, got it? Private cloud, right? It's going to be private to particular user or organization. Right, and I told you about similarities about the AWS and traditional resources. I told you what are similarities are available, right? So these for firewall, right? We are going to security group. For access control list, we are going to use network access control list. But here we call this administrative, but here we call this IAM, identity access management uses, right? So like similarly for routers, switches, right? We're using load balancing and we are using virtual private cloud. For servers here, we're going to use cloud compute servers, right? Easy to instance, Lambda serverless servers and so on, AMI, right? For storages, right? We are going to use here elastic block storage, right? Then EFS, elastic file storage, file services, right? Then we are going to use Amazon S3, secure, right? S3 bucket, right? And we are going to use Amazon RDS, right? So relation database services, likewise, we are going to similar tools, resources, we have it in the form of a software. Okay? We are going to use all these things here, right? So with this, the first session is getting over, right? This is the first session is getting over here. So the advantages of cloud computing, and coming to advantage of cloud computing. So like, what is the advantage of cloud computing? What are the advantages? Data center invest based on forecast, right? They invest more money, data centers. Based on it, they will plan, they will have a forecast. Based on the forecast, right? Based on the planning, financial statement, they try to invest, right? But here in AWS, we don't need to invest anything. You pay only for the amount you consume. You're going to use the resources here. You're going to use the resources, right? You're not going to purchase anything here, right? You're going to make use of the resource. For making use of the resource, you're going to pay only for that, right? You're not wasting time, not spending huge capital here, right? Only thing is that you're going to use the resource. For using a resource, you're going to pay for it, right? Then the second one, the thing is that Because of aggregate usage from all the customer, AWS can achieve higher economics of scales and fast savings on the customer. Right? It is going to provide economics on scale, right? And they are going to provide savings, right? Because you are using AWS, right? Amazon, so many users are using it, right? So they are paying it for very lesser amount, right? They are giving it for lesser amount. You are using Amazon for what is it, prime time and so on, right? Similar way. So here you're going to use you're going to use it for lesser amount, and it is providing savings also to it, right? That is what you're going to have a massive economics of scale, right? Stop guessing at capacity. Now, in case you're going to construct a data center or something, you have to guess it. You cannot say exactly only this much you wanted, right? So here you no need to start. You no need to guess here, right? Now, as of now, if you want to have only one server, you can have it later on when it comes to multiple server. You can add on as many servers you wanted here in AWS. Whereas here you have to guess that sometimes it will be over a number of over resources you would have purchased it, or sometimes under resources you would have purchased, but it will be very less difference, right? Here you no need to guess here. You can stop guessing everything here, right? So increase the speed and agility here. So for all these things, you have to purchase request, you have to do so many things here, right? Directly just in a second, you're going to launch every resources here. You're going to in AWS, you're going to launch all the resources here. Got it? So then stop spending money on running and maintaining data centers here, right? Stop spending money on maintaining utilities, landscaping, right? Your payroll, right? All this stuff. But here, everything will be taken care by AWS. You can manage here very easily, right? You can invest only on AWS, right? So like this, you can go into global in a minute. I can able to go global to a minute, yeah, right? I can go right directly. Can connect with your AWS. I can move all my data to my data center very fastly, right? There are a lot of tools are available using that tool. Fastly, I can able to transfer my data, right? Migrate my data, right? So this is what in section 2, introduction to Amazon Web Services, right? What are the web services available, right? We should know what is web services first of all. We should know what is a web service all about. Web service is nothing but a piece of software. It makes available over the internet and uses a standard format, right? It is a combination of XML and JavaScript object notation. So web service is nothing but a combination of XML and JavaScript object notation for the request and the response of an application programming interface interactive. So it is nothing but giving a request and response, like client server technology, right? A web service is all about it's a minute software. It is a small software. It's going to be a combination of XML and then JavaScript object notation, right? So right, it's an application. So now the client is going to give a request through the internet. So it reaches the request reaches the message to the web services. Accordingly, once the process is over, it is going to respond back to the client, right? So here, entirely the web service is going to be combination of XML and JavaScript object notation. Combination of XML and JavaScript object notation. What is AWS? Right, you should know what is AWS. AWS is a secure cloud platform that offers a broad set of global cloud-based products. AWS is providing a lot of resources, right? It's an on-demand services. Let's say storage, like compute, right? Databases, right? Whatnot, networking resources, right? Managing tools. It provides a lot of tools and resources here, right? It offers flexibility also. Can pay only for the individual services, how much you use it, whatever you use it. As long as you use them, right? Now, say for example, you're going to use only for 1 month. You're going to pay only for the 1 month. If you don't use it, don't pay it, right? AWS services work together like building blocks here. It is going to work together like a building block, right? Now, what are the services here we have? You can see, like this, we have a number of services, right? For analytical, we have a service, cost management, Internet of Things, network and content delivery, right? Application integration. In case you want to integrate any application, you have a service, customer engagement, machine learning, robotics. So, argument reality and virtual reality, database, management and governance, satellite, blockchain, developer tool, media services, security identity compliance, business application, end user computing, migrating and transfer, storage, compute, game tech, mobile. Likewise, we have more than 200 services are there. Out of which 100 services are provided for free of cost. Out of which 100 services are provided with free of cost. Right? Now see here. Now this is an architecture, simple use case architecture diagram. There's a simple use case architecture diagram here. Now you can see. Now this is an AWS cloud. Right? The users are connecting to your AWS cloud. Right? For connecting, what is required? Your laptop is required, your internet is required. That is more than that. That is more than sufficient. Other than that, no application is required, no software is required, no Microsoft Windows is required, right? Like no MS Office is required, right? So you have a laptop, right? You log in. Only for login, you require Windows application or Linux application. After login, okay, you're going to connect with your Amazon cloud. If you have a browser, open the browser, go to AWS and log in here. After logging in, right? So after logging in, you can see a virtual private cloud will be available here, right? This falls on which service? It falls on networking service. That is falls on networking service, right? And we have Amazon EC2, right? So it is a compute cloud compute, right? Elastic compute cloud, right? So we called as Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud called EC2, Amazon Compute Cloud. Got it? So this falls on compute service, right? This falls on compute service. Has come DynamoDB, right? As DynamoDB, Amazon DynamoDB, which falls on database service like S3 bucket, right? So it falls on storage service. Now see, everything are connected at one place here, right? It is interconnected. Inside the VPC is connected, right? VPC will have an IP address. Either it can go with IPv4 address or IPv6 address, right? So it will also connected with your Amazon EC2 instance. And the Amazon EC2 instance in turn connected with your DynamoDB. Got it? A server is being connected with a database here. And server is connected with the storage, right? So each and every resources, right? Services, right? What it belongs to which service? It has been differentiated here, right? You will come to know simple example, right? This falls on which resources? This falls on which resources? Sorry, this falls on which classification, right? So like virtual private cloud falls on networking, like Amazon EC2 falls on compute, right? So it is being classified such a way that, right, so that you can understand, right? This is a simple example here. Now you have to choose a service based on your requirement, based on the technology. You're going to choose a service based on the requirement, based on the project, based on the requirement. What are the services? Various services are there. Like where we have VMware and cloud on AWS. We're going to VMware is being used on AWS here, right? You know very well what is VMware. Got it? And then we have Amazon EC2. Just now I told you AWS Lambda services, serverless service. This is server services. This is serverless service. Then Elastic Beanstalk, mainly used for web application. Then Amazon Lightsail. Then AWS Batch, Outpost, right? Fargate. So like EKS, right? ECS. So like which we have n different types of services are available here. Depends upon like which one you want, you can use it accordingly. Right? The service you select depends on your business goals and technology requirements. You're going to use it here. Got it? So likewise, now see what are the services are available here. Under compute service, what all we have? We have Amazon EC2, Lambda, Elastic Beanstalk, EC2 auto scaling, ECS, EKS, ECR. So we cannot discuss everything here. Right? Some of the things only we will be discussing here, right? The compute service we are going to discuss EC2 here in our architecting course. Lambda service, Beanstalk, auto scaling, and little bit of Fargate, right? We'll discuss about this, right? Whereas coming to identity complaint service, we are going to discuss about identity access management, Amazon Cognito, Amazon Shield, Artifact, KMS, right? Whereas coming to storage service, we have a lot of storage service here. S3 gauge here, Amazon S3, Amazon file storage, right? Block storage here, right? All these things we discuss. Right? Whereas coming to database services, we are going to discuss about RDS, DynamoDB, Redshift, Aurora DB. All these things we discuss here in our course. As coming to network and content delivery service, we're going to discuss about VPC, CloudFront, load balancing, Route 53, we don't discuss much here, right? Whereas coming to management and government services, we discuss about Trusted Advisor, CloudWatch, Cloud, these are all monitoring tools, right? Well architecture tool, we're going to discuss about well architecture tool here, auto scaling, command line interface, AWS config, management console, AWS organization, all this to discuss. Whereas coming to AWS cost management service, right? We use AWS cost and usage report, how to create budget, cost explorer. This we don't much discuss here, right? In this cloud architecting. So likewise, what are the interfaces that we have? Right, the moment you created a root user, you created a user, now you created an account, right? The moment you logged in, you came to a place, right? That is called AWS Management Console. The place where you come, where you landed is called AWS Management Console. It is all going to be like icons, right? Or links will be provided there. All these resources as a software links will be provided. In case we are going to make use of S3 bucket, you can go and search for S3 bucket, type in S3, type in search S3, you'll get a link S3. You can click on S3. S3 page will be there, then you can configure it. Right? In case you want to go for EC2 instance, right? Everything you can go and check. It's a graphical user interface. So, like here, interfaces are three types. One is called Amazon, like AWS Management Console. Then the other one is called Command Line Interface. The other one is called Software Development Kit. Right? Here we have three types of interfaces. One is going to be Management Console, the Command Line Interface, and Software Development Kit. We have three different types here. Right? So Management Console, just now you logged in. After logged in, right? After you create your account, you logged in. You can see like a list of services will be available. Go and click on the app launcher at the top. And at the top, you have 9 dots, right? The 9 dots, you click on that, right? It will show you the window, right? See that app launcher, everything. So they have developed this application only using Salesforce internally. Got it? When you click that, we call in Salesforce, we call it as app launcher. When you click on there, right, it will ask you to enter the service name. You can enter on the search, you're going to enter service, links will be available. You click on the link, right, it will take you to the AWS management, right? You can take, it will take you to the particular resource, right? You can click on the resource and you can start using it. Fine, you can find out that those all the links in the AWS management console. Right. The next one is command line interface. You're going to use everything in the form of a command for Linux. Right. So direct command or scripts, you can use it here. Or software development kit and any direct services like Java, Python, like Apex programming, right? All those things you want to use any software, you're going to connect with your Python, right? All the stuff. You're going to use software that you require software development kit is required. So three different ways we're going to connect with AWS. Three different ways we're going to connect with AWS. Got it? Yeah. AP is also there to interact. So many APIs are there. All technologies have a lot of APIs. Without API, how can you interact, right? In case you want to interact with some other application, now say for example, you want to interact with SAP. Yeah, I can very well interact. I want to connect with the Salesforce. Very well I can do it, right? Some other technology you want to connect, you want to interact, you have to use some API, which is available here. You're going to use API, obviously, yes. Right? So likewise, we interact, you can interact with so among inside the APIs, you want to interact, right? In that case, you can go with the AWS Management Console. That is third-party tool. You're talking about third-party, right? But internally, right? Internally, you're going to make use of AWS services. Where do we can access here? You can access using AWS Console or command line interface or by software development kit. I can do it here, right? So with this, you're done with your third section. Fourth section, moving into AWS Cloud Adoption Framework. You have to adopt it. You have to adopt the cloud, right? So likewise, we have different cloud adoption frameworks are there, like platform, security, operation, right? So like we have to adapt. When you're going to move from one how do I say, like we go from on-premises to AWS, you have to adapt certain things here. Right? Otherwise, what you do? You have to take necessary actions and then you get trained and we'll try to get ourselves ready. We'll adopt ourselves or we accommodate with that resources here, right? So likewise, we have AWS Cloud Adoption Framework, like business perspective. So higher management will think about the business, right? People, like we have people perspective, they will think about their thing, like services, like HR, like networking, right? They will think about their area, governance, right? Like a platform, right? Security, operation. There are different perspectives are there, right? They'll provide a guidance, best practices to help organizations to build a comprehensive approach cloud computing across the organization throughout the life cycle, accelerate successfully to adopt your cloud, right? You have different perspectives here. So focus on business capabilities. These people will take care of technical capability, right? So now coming to business perspective. Right? Who are all involved? Manager, finance manager, budget owners, strategy stakeholders. They will try to align with the business need with the AWS. So they will take a necessary step, and then they'll try to identify, they'll try to research and how viably we can able to migrate, right? So align with your business needs here. In that case, these people will take care of this, like people perspective. As I've already told you, human resources, staffing, other people manager will take care of this people perspective, right? So that necessary staffing and training would be given to your organization change here. So to build a good agile organization, so necessary steps will be taken care of, right? Similarly, governance, right? Like program manager, enterprise architect, business analyst, portfolio manager, they will look after the strategy and goals, business strategies here, and maximize and not to maximize the business. In case when I migrate to AWS, how much business I might get it, right? All those business risk, everything they will try to calculate, right? That case, these people will take care of this, right? Platform, right? That case, platform perspective, IT managers, solution architects, they will take care of all these things, right? With the platform, migrating a platform, right? So must come understand, communicate nature of IT systems and the relationship. They will describe the architecture here to the target environment in detail. All those things will be taken care of by platform perspective. These people will take care of this. So on, like security, right? Security managers will be there, IT security analysts will be there. They will meet all the security objectives and they will take care of this, right? Operation manager, IT support manager, day to day, how to operate the environment, how to migrate, how long I can able to operate, right? Year to year, how long we are going to conduct the business. All the operation will be taken care by operation manager here. Likewise, we have different perspectives here, right? Right. So that so each and while migrating, all these things has to be taken care. Right. The different managers, different people in the organization will take care and necessary steps will be taken here, and they will try to migrate safely. Got it. So this is the different concept that we have discussed. Basic concept. Today's topic, right? What all we discussed is that, like we discussed. Right, introduction to cloud computing, advantage of cloud computing. Then we discuss about adoption, like AWS web services. What is AWS web services? Right, a cloud adoption framework. Just now I told you about the cloud adoption framework. Right. I hope you have understood everything, right? And I discussed about how to create an account, right? What are the topics that we are going to discuss that I told you, right? If you have any doubts, you can ask me now. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have no doubts, then we can wind up. Then we can have the session tomorrow. Yes. What package you're talking about, Shyam? Yeah, depends. That I cannot say. Depends upon the company. But a small company, you complete your certification minimum. So if you're a fresher, I think you will not be a fresher, right? Yes, not much, little bit. EKS, I'll explain a little bit. Right. So like Docker service, Kinesis service, all not much here. That is all advanced topics. Right. Being a fresher, so like yeah, you can being a fresher, you'll get it for about if you complete a certification, you'll get it for nearly 9 to 12 lakhs salary per annum. Yeah. You very well get 9 to 12 lakhs salary per annum. That's all depends upon the company. I cannot tell exactly. It's a big company, they'll pay more also. Any other doubts? If you don't have doubts, then you can wind up. Yeah. EBS, elastic block storage, S3 bucket, all we're going to discuss. It's a part of the course here, right? We're going to discuss. See, S3 bucket, right? See, in case you want to store all the objects, right? High volume of object, that case you go for S3 bucket. Right? Whereas EBS is not the case. Right? So it is only a block storage, right? So it's going to be a block storage, right? Block by block, it is going to store the information, right? And S3 bucket is different and EBS is different. Anyway, we're going to discuss that later, not now. Anyway, we're going to discuss about the S3 like storage service storage class, right? Yeah. Oracle, other DBs also can use it. MySQL, yeah, we can use it. I told you about traditional database, right? Yeah, welcome, Zahid. You all understood it, right? You're able to understand my language, right? Okay. Okay, then I'll stop here. So we'll get back to you tomorrow by 7 o'clock, right? See you. Bye bye. I'll stop here. We'll discuss tomorrow, right? See you. Bye bye. Thank you. Thank you, Srika. Thank you all. Thank you, Nikit. So thank you to all. Bye. See you. Bye. Good night.